This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Just came across a pretty funny meme. I'm all for bringing the memes back.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah.
We got to make it happen.
Everybody switched to, it's got to be a 3-minute video at least in order to keep people's attention. No. Just show me a funny picture, make me laugh, and let me scroll on. This one says, the difference between Mayo and Miracle Whip. Okay? That's what it's comparing.
Yeah.
Pictures of both.
I like both.
Mayo is a savory delight to the taste buds made from high-quality eggs and oil, while Miracle Whip is a combination of Elmer's glue, cat pee, vinegar, and pond water mixed with a dash of mayo.
I disagree. I wouldn't like that meme. I would probably report it, actually.
For what?
I don't know.
Like false information?
Upsetting me. What was that book that we would get door to door where it was like a catalog? I don't know if it was a Sears catalog, but it was something similar, or maybe it was the Sears catalog, where if you found a mistake and wrote in about it, you'd like win a prize. Does anyone know what book that was? Was it just the Sears catalog? Anyway, my point being, I never thought I cared about the royal family until Kate Middleton posted that it was Mother's Day in the UK on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her kids being like, here I am, because she went missing for so long. And it's so clearly edited and photoshopped.
It's like, it's poorly photoshopped, yeah.
The daughter is wearing two different shoes. Two completely different shoes. And then today there's this statement by Kate herself, apparently, that said that she was experimenting with Photoshop. No, you weren't. You're not writing any of these. You're locked in a tower somewhere. Where is she? Anyway, so my point being, those days of searching that catalog to find a mistake has really helped me, because I'm zooming in on these pictures. I'm finding mistakes. Mm-hmm. One time I found the mistake in the catalog and I told my mom, I was like, that's the mistake. It was a picture of a wedding ring that had a little dot kind of covering the diamond. My mom's like, no, that's just an ink issue. It turned out to actually be the mistake, and there was like a huge prize that time.
Come on.
I promise.
Half of this?
Promise.
No, listen to me.
That's a true story.
3/4 of this sounds absolutely fabricated.
What?
Yeah, I feel like
Ryder,
you're remembering it in your way, because when you were little, you thought the prize was awesome and all that. It was probably like 8% off your next purchase.
No, it was a big prize.
I don't think that's true. I feel like you're a little off with your memory.
Okay,
You don't eat enough eggs. You've been told this.
I know I need some more omegas, but I'm feeling confident about this story being real. Yes, very, very
there was a
vague
dot
memories.
On.
Yes, it was a little black
that year
dot.
there happened to be a huge prize.
Yes.
No, that's complete nonsense.
Ryder.
Doesn't it sound like nonsense?
No.
I'm going to ask this on the text line.
That's a cool story.
That they used to drop off books and they'd give away lottery winnings for those who could figure out if there was a misspell.
It's true. And also, another memory I have from childhood, same thing.
Here's another made-up story.
In St. Albert, they used to do, I don't know if they still do it, where if you found a scroll that they hid somewhere in the city, you won like $10,000 or something.
This was just your parents' way to get you out of the house.
So my mom and I searched fields.
Okay, so it was your dad's way to get the house to himself.
We would search up and down. And we were near the church, and I saw that there was this treasure chest in like the lobby of the church. And I was like, Mom, it's in there. And she was like, no, we don't touch that. We don't touch that.
And let me guess.
It was in there.
It was in there. And there was an extra huge prize that year.
It was.
Okay.
Kate Middleton has not been seen since December of 2023.
Okay.
People started asking questions. Where is she? Usually, they try to make a public appearance every chance they get. So they made this statement that she's good. Don't worry about it. Then there was this paparazzi shot of her in a vehicle that was super grainy. It wasn't her. In my opinion, it was a wax figure. And of course, people were just like, hey, whatever. But then
didn't they release that she had abdominal surgery?
She said had some sort of major surgery. I don't even know if they specified what kind. Did they?
I don't know. And rumor has it that she hurt herself on the trampoline.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I have a friend in England who has a friend who goes to school with Kate and William's kids. And apparently George said on the playground once, Mommy got hurt on the trampoline. So we don't really know what's going on. Okay. This is all hearsay. Then yesterday, it's Mother's Day in the UK. And they post a picture straight from them saying Happy Mother's Day, and it's a picture with Kate and her kids. It's so badly photoshopped. You zoom in. The daughter has 2 completely different shoes on. Her wrist is out of place. Like, Photoshop's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Kate Middleton's wearing skinny jeans after a major abdominal surgery. I don't think so. Okay. So everybody starts picking apart this picture, and then they had to make another statement straight from Kate, apparently, apologizing for the edited photo because she was messing around with Photoshop. What? Kate Middleton does not know what Photoshop is.
Why not?
Because
she's at home recovering from surgery. She grabs that picture.
Is she, or is she locked up in a tower somewhere?
Well, I don't know.
Is she, or did she divorce William and she's not cooperating with the royal family and they don't know what to do, so they're panicking and posting fake pictures?
This is a possible situation that's happening as well. They released that knowing that the internet would go nuts and that everybody would be talking about it. And
so
then
they're hiding other things.
Something else is happening that they don't want people to know about.
And it's being swept under the rug.
Could be.
Like the fact that the girl is wearing 2 completely different shoes is absolutely unhinged.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it's so obviously photoshopped that they wouldn't have released it unless they wanted people talking about it.
No, I think that they're just so out of touch and they don't understand that some of us are internet detectives. They don't know that us, everyday people, zoom in on every picture we look at.
I come from like a royal family secret, not the royal family, but
something kind of juicy.
So yeah, a family of aristocrats. No, aristocrats.
No, it's the Aristocats. I love that movie.
No, it wasn't that. It was a family of aristocrats. The stable boy, who was like a teenager, impregnated their daughter, who was also a teenager.
She was a princess.
Yeah, of sorts. Or just a really wealthy family in the UK, and they didn't want people to know about this. So she had the baby in hiding.
That was a classic move.
And then they gave the baby to an aunt and uncle in Scotland, who that as soon as he turned 14 was given a fortune or some money to move to Canada and start a farm, and that was my great grandpa.
Oh yeah.
So that's it. Like that's our family story. So
you're royal blood?
Not royal, but like they were hanging with the royals. They would have been at like the royals' parties.
Oh, okay. But like, so nobody was ever like knighted or like...
Don't know. Don't actually know the like storyline of the...
Are you Sir Ryder?
I don't believe I am. But maybe.
Who knows?
So maybe I could do some digging and find out what's going on with Kate.
No, this actually makes so much sense. You are royal blood and you have been planted here to sway us and change the narrative. You're trying to distract me from what's really happening.
Yeah, you need to take that tinfoil hat off, Lisa, I think. Madonna on stage in Vancouver.
Okay, so she is touring right now.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm all for getting the crowd fired up.
Yeah, for sure.
And I could make this same mistake if I'm not careful, because I'm constantly trying to get people off their chairs at Elks games when I host those.
Okay.
You know, you want people standing up, getting the vibes going. So I get what her intention was, but here's what happened.
Take this ride with me. What are you doing sitting down over there? What are you doing sitting down? Oh, okay. Politically incorrect. Sorry about that.
So she says to one specific fan, "What are you doing sitting down? Everybody's standing up.
No.
Get up. Let's go." And the person was in a wheelchair. And then she says, "Well, politically incorrect." No, it was just mean. It was...
What?
Yeah.
Madonna, no.
Not politically incorrect. It's just, you screwed up.
That's very cringy.
Like,
you screwed up.
Could you not just said, "I'm very sorry, thank you for being here"? Yeah. Instead, she said politically incorrect.
No,
but then
you
she
should have
did
said
say...
that was... she went on to say something else?
Politically incorrect. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so she did say sorry about that, and I'm glad you're here. So...
But still.
Will we give her the green light that it was a huge whoops? It was a mistake, obviously.
Obviously, yes. And maybe Madonna panics when she has to improvise on stage in between songs. A lot of people aren't good at that. They can perform, they can sing, they can dance, but when it comes to actually talking to the crowd...
Hit us up if you've ever put your foot in your mouth. tell us about a time where you stuck your foot in your mouth.
Man, we got this text from Shane saying that he asked a lady when she was due and she wasn't pregnant. We have to stop. Even if it looks like they're in their 7th trimester, we don't ask. Those don't exist. But I'm trying to prove a point here.
Yeah,
even when it's like so obvious that they're pregnant, even
100%.
then, when they mention to me that they're pregnant, I go, oh, really? Which is probably even worse.
Yeah, just like sometimes you shouldn't go with the like, I'm so surprised.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
You had an idea.
There's a fine line there.
So we're talking about the time that you put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, you're claiming that you don't do it and that you're really smart with your words. Weren't you telling me less than 48 hours ago that you went off about why you switched from blonde and how your hairdresser kind of said it was out? Something like that?
No, okay, so basically I went darker with my hair. I went with my root color, which is, let's be honest, like a mousy brownish. I'm not blonde. I used to be when I was a kid, but things change. You get older, your hair changes, whatever. But I was talking to a girl about it. She's like, I love your hair. I was like, thanks. I've been watching all these like TikToks that have been influencing me to stop bleaching my hair. Like, am I bleaching it too much? And this whole time I'm like talking way too much to this person. I then realized that they have like freshly bleached hair. And the way it came out was me saying...
Just trash talking.
Not really. Like, that wasn't my intention.
Right.
But it definitely came off that I was like, bleaching, your hair is out. It's not. Bleached hair looks amazing. And if my stylist is listening right now, just know I'll be back in 2 months wanting bleach blonde hair again. And you're going to be pissed.
Yeah, probably. What do you got for us?
Okay, so when I first started with the company that I work at now, our assistant branch manager was actually missing her fingers on one side of her hand, the left side, and she was going to shred some paper, and she got something stuck, and she was digging around in the shredder, and I said, careful or you'll lose all your fingers.
Oh, my gosh.
The worst, right? My manager, it was the worst. I had to turn around and just walk away. Like the Homer Simpson fade out. I had to leave.
Into the bush.
Yeah, it was awful.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Do you watch SpongeBob SquarePants?
No.
Okay, so there's a character, Squidward.
Okay.
And we got this text from Kelsey. I once said, I gave the paperwork to that guy that kind of looks like Squidward in finance to my new work friend. It was her boyfriend.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this one that we got in on the text line is pretty similar to that, too. One of my brother's friends asked me if I knew a guy I went to high school with. Coincidentally, I just run into him and his new girlfriend a few days earlier, and she was all over him while we were talking. Anyway, my response was, yeah, I saw him recently, actually. He dates some super weird chick now. And my brother's friend's response was, that's my sister.
We really need to be careful with our foot and mouth moments. Laura just wrote in, I was on a lunch break years ago. I'm sitting at this table with a guy. We're talking. After about 15 minutes of chatting, I go, oh, hey, where is your accent from, by the way? And then he proceeded to tell me he has a speech impediment, not an accent. Laura.
That's a rough one. I
would leave my shift and never come back.
Yeah, well, see you later.
Bye-bye.
So I've got the top 7 things you can do before spring actually fully arrives in preparation for it.
Waiting. I just have a feeling I'm going to hate this list. It's going to be a bunch of stuff I don't want to do. I will be procrastinating.
Yeah,
all right.
Your facial expression after I was hoping for you to just say anything there was just pouting already. Number 7, create a checklist for what you'll actually try to do when you can. That doesn't take a lot of work. It will take a lot of work to accomplish, but to write the checklist.
What if you don't ever find pens or paper in your house?
Then I would say number 7 should be go and get some pens and paper for
perfect
things to do in between the seasons. At number 6, clean out the garage or other storage areas.
And the junk drawer.
Junk drawer is a good one, yeah.
The junk drawer just needs like a little refresh. I mean, it will get disgusting again within a couple days, but for a very small window of time, it looks so good.
Coming in at number 5 for things to do before we get to spring, virtual golf. So that when the courses do open, you got those winter swings out of your system.
Okay.
It's really a good idea.
Well, yeah, and then you're not sore. You know when you go golfing for the first time in the season and then your entire back hurts.
Yeah, you're probably swinging wrong if that's the case. Okay.
Just swinging really good, real hard.
Coming in at number 4, clean up that dog poop as it starts to... What?
You can't clean it up yet because it's wet. And
so you just wait
smushy.
for it to dry?
Yes. We got a phone call once from someone that made such a valid point. You wait until the grass is like dry right before the rain comes in, and you just rake it up. It's so smart.
I don't like that.
I don't want to clean up wet dog dumps. I'd way rather have them be like dried up.
No, but then you end up with absolute poop puddles everywhere in your yard. And the dogs are walking around on there and they're getting their paws all poopy.
Yeah, but right now,
Go get it done.
the number 2s are kind of like stuck in the snow.
Yeah. You got to like cut them out with a sword.
Yeah, I don't own a sword. Next.
Coming in at number 3 for things to do before we get to spring, prepare for a garage sale. I made like over $2,000 on my garage sale last summer. That's pretty good.
What was the hot commodity item that you made good money with?
I sold my old irons, my golf irons.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
And I had some old rims, like car rims.
Oh,
that I
yeah.
sold.
Yeah, get rid of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if you haven't looked or used something in a year, it's got to go.
Well, it's so nice when you get the space of getting rid of all that stuff, too. Coming in at number 2, drink coffee and stare at the yard. It's just a really fun thing to do.
And just every thought process that you have is so much fun, especially when you're like, need a new fence. Oh, those stones are out of place. Gonna have to move those.
Can't afford that.
Can't do that.
Sure wish I could afford that deck this year. Still can't. And at number 1, take down the Christmas lights. It's nice enough now that you don't have an excuse anymore.
Yep.
Mine are still up.
Yeah, it's very trashy.
I have a warning for parents.
What's up?
Or I guess just more of a suggestion. Finding out more and more how bad it is for parents to be texting non-emergency things to their kids in school.
Okay, because the kids panic? Like, what's going on?
Kids will mentally choose their family over school in situations like this. So if they see a text from mom or dad, they're like, what's going on? Even if they like just low-key check their phone in the class or in the hallway, and they'll just get out of school zone.
Yep.
And,
no, that makes sense.
Be checking their phones. So it's been teachers recently saying, like, if you really need to reach your child and it's an emergency, go old school, call the office, have them page the kid. It's less interruptive than you trying to get a hold of them on their cells.
I kind of disagree with that only because remember when you would hear somebody's name over the intercom and they'd be like, shh, Lisa Evans to the office, please.
And everybody would be like,
trouble.
Were you smoking in the girls' bathroom again?
No, I do get it. Because you're right. Once you start looking at your phone, you're not thinking about what the lesson is in that moment. I know a lot of schools don't even let the kids have their phones in the classroom, which I think is great.
And there's also schools now, I think Ontario and Manitoba maybe have started this.
Okay.
They're not allowed to have their phones in the school.
At all.
At all.
Wow.
Have to leave them at home.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, don't be texting your kid just randomly like, what do you want for dinner?
That's one of the examples of things that teachers will often find out parents have texted their kids,
No
and it completely
way.
breaks their focus.
Oh, dang. Okay, good to know. Your daughter's incredibly persuasive, hey? And she got you again.
I spent $40 on ice cream I didn't want at 9 o'clock last night, and then I had the worst sleep of my life because my body was going to war with itself, all so that she would stop talking about ice cream.
Yeah, she's figured it out.
Like,
It's because you can't just send your kid outside anymore. That's what our parents used to do when I would start
Right.
bringing up ice cream. They'd be like, go outside and play. And they'd like lock me out.
Or like, go get your own ice cream. There's an ice cream shop like 5 minutes down the road, whereas now that's an irresponsible thing to do as a parent.
Well, especially because their phone doesn't work unless it's in the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Anyway, yeah, I you know the old expression, you need to learn how to take no for an answer, that like my dad used to say that to me all the time.
I mean, we all got to learn what it's like to get shut down. You can't get everything you want.
And it felt like there were certain times when you'd ask your parents something and they'd say no just for the thrill of it. Like I'd be like, hey, can I have a sleepover at Keenan's this weekend? And they'd just be like, no.
It's because they didn't want to pick you up the next day.
But also, they just got a thrill out of saying no. So I need to find that vibe, I think.
Yeah, how do you embrace the no?
Like
without a meltdown.
The next time ice cream's brought up, I can say, no, the last time you talked to me on ice cream, I felt like junk.
Yeah.
Nobody slept well. We ate sugar way too late.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. Maybe next time.
Oh, no.
See,
Don't say that.
Yeah, I already caved.
Shut it down.
I suck at this. We are joined by Jason from Edmonton's newest liquidation store, Flair Liquidation. You've adjusted your hours a bit.
Yes, we better accommodate our customers. Monday to Friday, we are working 9 to 8 p.m., Saturdays 10 to 6 p.m., and now we're also open on Sundays 12 to 5.
Awesome. Do you have any deals that people need to be aware of right now?
Yes, so we're just starting our new sales. Spring is in the Flair, so we already have 30 to 70% discounts on all our items. And this next week, we are adding in an extra 25% off on top of that.
How long can people get in on these spring discounts?
It runs until March 17th. We have a mix of just about everything you could find. Appliances, gaming chairs, computer desks, some food. We have a lot of clothing, household appliances, tools.
You have like 10,000 square feet of inventory for people to check out, right?
That's correct.
And where can people find you?
So we're located at 8170 50th Street, Unit 513, or they can also find us online at flairliquidation.com.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.